Hello, everybody. Whoops, that was the wrong one. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Sorry about the late start today. I was not anticipating getting called in at like 5:55. That was not ideal, but it's okay. We survived. We're here. And here we go. I was also hoping to get, more tutorials out, and today has been busy. It was busy, and yesterday was busy, and neither one of them were supposed to be busy. I was not a fan. It was not okay. But now we're here. Fox Hunter, thank you so much for joining in the chat. I appreciate it. Since the last stream, Evident Self, Fodwaro, and Deserts Are Wildy Wild, thank you so much for following the stream. I really appreciate it. And I think today, I think my activity feed is acting up and not showing me things. But yeah, I think that I've had a couple more people follow. Plus, I think I had a subscriber that it's not telling me about. So when it updates, when it feels like doing its job, I will definitely shout out all those folks. Thank you again to everybody who's joined along the way. We're at 50 followers on Twitch. We're at like 128 subscriptions over on the YouTubes. It just feels great. My next tutorial video that I'm going to be bringing out, I'm going to try to make it be a video on like how support points work within StratCon. So how do the support points work? How are they generated? How is the maximum determined? Things like that. The documentation isn't phenomenal, so it's taking me a little bit to like delve into the code and look at a few other things. And then it's like very late, but I'm trying to put together a video that looks at all the really major updates going from 50.06 all the way up through 50.11. So milestone to milestone, what are the major changes that have happened? So that's what's actually been taking me forever. So hopefully that'll come out soonish. More to follow. Enough about all of that madness. Anyways, I hope that everybody's weekend is off to a great start. Let's go ahead and jump on in. So we're still over here on Rochelle. We have our happy dandy objective raid that we are about 1 month into. We're doing good on victory points. We are plugging our way through the strategic objectives. We have to capture 3 more facilities and defeat a couple more hostiles. I think we'll be okay. And right now, what we have is orbital defense, hostile, engage. We have we have Bravo Lance of Alpha Company and Asteroid Lance of Bravo Company. If anybody has better names for some of these lances, just let me know. Let's give it a whirl. But I don't think I read what the scenario was last time. So a hidden enemy-controlled facility has been identified for destruction. This installation is too valuable to remain in enemy hands, and its defenders must be eliminated to ensure it is no longer operational. Your mission is to destroy at least 75% of the defending forces. This is not an occupation. This is an eradication. The priority is destruction, not capture. Do not concern yourself with securing the facility. The enemy will fight to protect this installation, but their defenses will crumble under sustained pressure. Crush their forces, level their defenses, and ensure that when this battle is over, the facility is of no use to anyone. The victor will control the battlefield at the end of the engagement. Whoop, whoop. If the facility remains salvageable after the assault, we will destroy it. The enemy will be left with nothing but ruins. Execute with overwhelming force and leave no doubt who owns this battlefield. The forces at this facility must be engaged for the specified duration. Sure. I'm just going to kill them all. We must destroy or rout 75% of the defending forces, which is the Free Worlds League Op 4. And we have to engage the base defenses for at least 6 turns. We're supposed to destroy or cripple at least 75% of the base defenses, whatever. Or leave them intact, and we can take control of the facility, which is pretty nifty. Hopefully we can leave them intact. So what are they bringing to the fight? So I think this is one of the first ones. Oh, no, we've salvaged some stuff, but not a lot. So they have some turrets. Oh, Oh, what's a command tower? What are... Oh. You have a searchlight and couple of machine guns and an LB-10X. Good for you. Then we also... Oh, the blaze turret's annoying. The Op 4, they are bringing along an awesome catapult, archer, thug, warhammer, awesome, and a stalker. So 2 awesomes, catapult, archer, thug, warhammer, and a stalker. And it's the base warhammer. Those should be the base awesomes. Yes, I believe so. Oh no, these are like these are the super bad awesomes that just roll around with 2 LRM-15s. So those are the bad awesomes, like the really bad ones, in my opinion. Generic stalker, generic catapult, generic archer, and then the thug is a generic thug that is rolling with a little bit of acid ammo. Okay, great. They do have some recon aircraft, which is annoying. And then they've got some reinforcements that are going to roll in. I think we're going to be good. We're going to be fine. We're going to kill them. With that, let's go. Commence drop. I don't think we have anything else coming up soon. We're going to risk it for the biscuits and go ahead and bring both of our recovery lances. We have plenty of techs. Confirm and send it. Now we just have to wait for it to load. First MegaMek game loading in is always the slowest. On a side note, you guys all know how I've been complaining about the maneuver and auxiliary lances. It doesn't show both the roles. Gonna change in 50.12, let me tell you. Plus, there are a couple of other exciting things happening with with vehicles using temporary crews instead of having to necessarily have them crewed with permanent crews. So it's going to act more, the way I understand it, is going to act more like the tabletop version of Battletech, where you've got the one person who you kind of always use, and then everybody else is notionalized or abstracted. Okay, do you actually have, yes, you have buildings. Good. And all of you should come in from Hodor. Why are you coming on round 5? I must have hit just reinforce. Oops. Okay. In that case, yes, it makes sense for you to come in from an edge. No, southwest? Oh, whatever. It's fine. Everything is fine here. Okay. Do that for right now. And oh, we get some minefields. These are exciting times that we live in, friends. So, what are the CF of those bridges? 26. Nobody's crossing those. Oh. Why don't we go ahead and just for funsies, roll some minefields into right there. We're just going to randomly place some stuff. Because it could be fun. Could be neat. Oh. Okay, that, as they say, is that. Whew. We lost the initiative. What are the CF of those buildings? Hold on. So those buildings, we're talking like CF 48, CF 48, not very much. I don't know if we're capturing this facility, friends. We might just destroy it because I don't know if I care enough about capturing it to try to save the turrets when it's that easy to kill them. Okay, and when we're talking about something nice and short range like a Victor, you just hop on in, my friends. Oh, I was going to look. Well, actually, okay. I mean, the nice thing is that all these dudes are short range, going against a bunch of dudes who dominate more at long range. Plus, their pilots are not phenomenal. I think the biggest challenge is just the volume of fire that we're going to be taking from the turrets and from the mechs. See what happens. Which one are you? You're my 2-4 pilot. So I'll just do that. It'll be fine. That's not going to be fine. We'll do this instead. We'll do that instead. Hope for the best. I'm sure it'll be fine. Plop the mini map there. So the cataphract. You be fine at long range. And that might be desirable against nothing, actually. We need to close the distance with everything because the Awesome is going to suck at short range. The Warhammer is going to be okay at short range. The Awesome's going to suck at short range. The other Awesome, the Stalker, is probably the biggest threat out of everything. Even the Thug. Yeah, even the Thug is not a huge threat at short range. So the Stalker is actually my biggest threat, I would argue. That's fine. Oh, oh, you've got what is it? Oh, it's like the crab walker trait SPA. Oh, we barely avoided a mask failure. Oof, that's scary. Okay, so everybody ran away from our AC-20s. That's annoying. So the sniper turret has a couple AC-2s. The LB-10X scares me more than the sniper turret, and the bombard turret would also scare me more. So why don't we get rid of the command turret and the bombard turrets, and then we'll deal with the sniper turret last. And I feel like a little AC-20 action would be good for the soul. All right. Do you believe? What's going on, Power? Good to see you, man. Thank you so much for joining tonight. Hope that your weekend is off to a great start. Yeah, that should be fine. That should very much kill the command turret. And then, oh, good. So you can see the light and the medium bombard turret. Let's deal with the medium bombard turret first. So the thug uproots a tree. The victor lands an AC-20 on the command tower and immediately destroys it by an ammo explosion. That's nice. The war dog fired at a building and hit the building. The enemy blaze turret firing at the war dog missed. Our victor firing at the awesome missed with everything. The allied warhammer shot a building. Good for you, buddy. Medium command turret firing at the grasshopper missed. Our cataphract hitting the already dead building killed the building more. The light sniper turret fired at the allied warhammer and hit with 1 AC2. The assault on the allied team hits a building. Good for you. The light bombard turret at the victor misses. The grasshopper firing at the medium bombard turret's building hits with the medium laser, hits with the medium laser, and hits with the ER large. So possible crit is down to 30 CF, but we missed with the streak. Medium bombard turret missed with everything. The enemy awesome firing at the victor hits with the LRM-15. 9 missiles go in, doing 5 to the left arm threat and then 4 to the left leg. The allied archer hits a building. The light bombard turret misses. The building with the command turret falls down. It's going good, man. Just had a busy day today, which is why the stream kicked off a little late. And then now here we are playing some Battletech, hoping I don't get any phone calls. Hopefully I tucked everybody in nicely and they just are fine. They're good. Here's to hoping. And now, hopefully, we are going to go destroy some enemy mechs, because that would make me feel better about everything. But we lost the initiative by 1. So the Stalker already moved, and the Stalker is definitely the biggest threat out of everybody. We've already established that. And I kind of want to just... Oh, can I do that? I can definitely do that. I 100% can do that. Now I'm really annoyed at myself for putting that minefield there. Oh, the crew is dead. Oh, neat. So I've got 2 turrets with dead crews. If I can manage to keep the towers standing, or the turrets standing with dead crews, that would be the bestest. The best possible outcome. And then turn. Oh, that's ideal. This is about to turn into an absolute... What? Mr. Catapult. What have you done? Why do you do what you do? I'm wondering. I'm curious. Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, so I guess we leave the cataphract where he is. The victors will be fine for a turn, I think. I hope. We're gonna find out. But I need this catapult to not be okay. Oh, good. Okay, cool. The archer steps on some mines, takes what, 5, 10, 15, 20 damage to the right leg, and then another 10 damage to the left leg. I'll take that. But he stays standing, which is kind of annoying. So, the victor. I don't know what these dudes are going to do. They're probably going to drop bombs on me. They don't have that many bombs, though, which is nice. So they're either going to strafe or they're going to drop all of their bombs. But fortunately, they don't have a ton of them. So that was him. Where's he? Yeah, this one has more bombs, but we should, fingers crossed, be able to survive that. I hope. However, I would like the stalker to know that he was loved today and that we were thinking of him. So we'll go ahead and make sure that the catapult also just really rethinks its life after hopping right in where it did. So the Allied War Dog destroyed the light sniper turret by an ammo explosion. The enemy Warhammer firing at the Victor misses with everything. The Victor firing at the Stalker, medium laser missed, AC-20 missed, medium laser missed. The SRM-4 hits with 3 dead fires, doing 3 to the left arm, 3 to the right arm, and 3 to the left leg, critting with no effect. The Allied Warhammer kills a dead building. The catapult firing at the cataphract misses with everything. The other Victor puts a medium laser into the center torso of the stalker, an AC-20 into the left arm of the stalker, and then a machine gun into the left leg. So the stalker's going to have to make a PSR. The light sniper turret hits the war dog with an AC-2 to the left arm, but we won't have to worry about that anymore. Assault on our allies kills a dead building. The cheetah drops some bombs and misses. Does 10 damage to Victor number 1, doing 5 to the rear left torso, 5 to the rear right torso. Also drops on Hellbore, doing 5 to the left torso rear and 5 to the center torso rear. Then another bomb hits Victor number 1, doing 5 to the left leg, and then 5 more to the left leg. The Stalker takes 5 damage to the head. Pilot takes a hit, but stays conscious. That's everything from them. The enemy archer misses. Our cataphract into the catapult puts a medium pulse into the left leg, ERPPC to the left arm, medium pulse to the left torso, and a longbow to the left torso. It's down to 3 armor there. Stalker firing at Hellbore puts a large laser into the left arm. It's down to 12 internal structure, critting with no effect, and then also puts 4 dead fires in, doing 3 to the right arm, 3 to the left leg, 3 to the left torso, 3 to the left leg. Awesome firing at Victor number 1 misses. The Allied archer firing at the archer missed. The other awesome misses. The medium bombard turret misses. Our grasshopper firing into the catapult puts a medium laser into the right torso rear, medium laser to the center torso rear, misses with the ER large and misses with the streak. Oh, the pain. Light bombard turret misses. The cheetah hits a hex. Where's 2121? Oh. Oh, that's not fun. He just dropped a bunch of thunder bombs. And that's very unfortunate. So our Victor stays standing. The catapult falls down, takes 5 damage to the center torso. The pilot avoids a hit. The stalker falls down, falls on the left side, does 5 to the left leg, 2 to the left arm, crits a medium laser and LRM-10, and the pilot takes a hit, and he blacks out. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, my friend. Yes. Yes. Landmines are yes. I mean, I did start this fight, I guess, with landmines. So it's kind of my fault, but also they can get over it. Plus, the victors can just hop out. I'm not worried. They'll be fine. But let's go ahead and give the stalker a little kick, a little nudge, so to speak. And we can also give a love tap to the catapult. So the victor hits the right torso, doing 16 damage to the stalker. The other victor hits the right arm, doing 16 damage to the right arm. The cataphract hits the left torso. The catapult, doing 14 damage. It's down to 4 internal structure, and they crit on jump jet. The grasshopper hits the right torso rear. It's down to 4 internal structure, and we also crit on jump jet there. So that happened. I would love for that stalker to have died, but what are you going to do? It's a bad idea, but I really kind of want to leave the victors there so that they can shoot the stalker in the head. It's a really bad idea, but I might just do it. It's true. I mean, I could hop over here and then start doing really mean things, or I could attempt to charge the awesome, which would then force the awesome into the archer, putting the awesome into the minefield, forcing the archer out of the minefield. That could cause a real mess, but I have to roll lucky against these mines. I think we're gonna chill. I think we chill with this victor. Yes. Yes, going bowling with mechs is always a very interesting prospect. I mean, the other option I could do is shove the awesome into the water. That's always a good time. Because should I do it? I kind of want to, just for fun. I'm going to do it. Okay, so far the catapult has fallen. It did manage to hold on. Good. So the victor hit mines and blew off its own left leg. So we didn't hit the awesome because we blew off our own leg. Oops. Oops. That's not the direction I wanted you to go. Oops. Oh, oops again. Let's can we just pretend this didn't happen? Just eradicate everything that just happened from your mind and pretend it never happened. Because even more bad things are about to happen to this poor little Victor. And I have no one to blame but, well, me. Yeah. Can I use my support points for mulligans? Maybe, please? No? Okay. So, yeah. Oh, that's what happened. I fell down again and I took even more damage. This is great. Nothing is bad at all. So, shooting at the head. It's a 6 with the AC 20 or 4, 5 with the medium laser. Okay. we'll give it a whirl. So this Victor, will try to shoot the awesome with an AZ-20. Look, I am sure that somebody has better KD ratio than Gravity, but you know what? Vacuum has a better one, I would argue. It's a pretty tough act to follow. Okay, I think the Warhammer might be a little easier to deal with here if we can shoot the darn thing. 10s does not give me a lot of confidence. So the medium bombard turret finally lands around on our standing Victor, doing 2 damage to the right torso, 2 to the center torso, 2 more to the center torso, 2 to the right torso, 2 to the right arm, 2 to the right leg, 2 to the right arm. The allied War Dog puts the Gauss rifle into the archer's right torso, down to 9 armor. Large pulse to the right torso, down to 0. Medium pulse into the center torso, misses with everything else. The Victor puts a medium laser into the head, and another medium laser to the head. And that, as they say, is that. So the Stalker is dead, thankfully. The Warhammer, firing at the Victor, hits with a small laser into the right torso and a machine gun into the right torso, down to 5 armor, then lands 4 Deadfire SRMs, doing 3 to the right torso, 3 more to the right torso, 3 to the right arm, and 3 to the right arm. The allied Warhammer tries to shoot a cheetah and misses. The Hellbore, firing an AC-20 at the Awesome, needs an 8, rolls a 7. Womp womp. The enemy catapult fires at the Ossal and misses. Ossal, firing at the catapult, fires a large laser and hits the head of the catapult. Missed with everything else, though. The light bombard turret missed. The Cataphract, firing at the catapult, puts a medium pulse into the right torso, critting with no effect. Then an ERPPC into the right torso, medium pulse laser into the right torso. It's down to 1 internal structure, critting on a medium laser and a jump jet. Then the LB-10X hits the right leg, down to 8 armor. This is very unfortunate. I should have tried to run to the left side. The Cheetah, firing at the allied Warhammer, puts a medium pulse into the left arm and a small pulse into the left torso. The Archer misses. Awesome misses. Other Awesome misses. Our Grasshopper misses. The Catapult took 40 damage. Needs a 9, rolls a 3, falls down, takes 5 to the right arm. The Pilot avoids damage. The Archer also takes a tumble because it took a Gauss rifle round and some other stuff. Takes 5 to the left arm. That Pilot also avoids damage. Whew. It's getting spicy. And our reinforcements don't arrive for 2 more rounds. And they unfortunately come in from the southwest. And we kick the center torso. It's down to 0 armor. Not the ideal, but it's better than nothing. So this dude, just like spin around on the ground. Try not to light off any more mines. That would be great. That would make me happy if you didn't do that. And we will hope for the best here. Has Australia cooled down at all, or is it still a small furnace? Or a large furnace, depending on how you look at it. I'm thinking for the Grasshopper, you just do something like this. Only 30C today. Well, that's not the worst in the world. 30C, that's what, like 87 degrees Fahrenheit-ish? Big on the ish? Okay, we're not playing. Just jump there. So the catapult tried to get up, fell down, took 5 to the left arm. And then they try to get up, fell down, takes 5 to the left arm. The pilot takes a hit, but they stay conscious. And they finally get up. whenever I think about Celsius, I have to like think about body temperature more than anything else, because that's how I think about body temperature. So if it's something close to normal body temperature, like, oh yeah, like 36C, 37C, something like that, not a big deal. 40C, very easy, 100.4. 39C, very easy, 100.4. 40C, very easy, But yeah. Yeah. But beyond that, I just like guesstimate it a whole bunch. There's a lot of guesstimation that occurs. So at the minimum, I'll take that 1 in 4 shot to hit the Warhammer. We'll get a little warm and hope for the best. Let's see what we can do about this and this. Probably don't have a great shot at hitting the Warhammer, but here's to hoping. I would really like to just finally kill the catapult. Oh, I don't like seeing red on the grasshopper, because naturally the Warhammer finally lands a hit. It hits a medium laser and gets a through armor crit on the engine with a medium laser, because edge for the win again. Because we took a left leg crit, but it got rerolled into a center torso crit that then through armored into the engine. I'm getting flashbacks of, what was it, like a Wolverine? No, not a Wolverine. What was it? I don't remember. But still, I'm getting flashbacks of the through armor crit, or the edge reroll from a head hit that got rerolled into like a right torso crit. There was a through armor and gave us 3 engine crits on our XL engine. Anyways, medium laser to the center torso of our grasshopper, small laser to the left torso, small laser to the left arm. And since we're out of edge, we take a machine gun to the head, doing 2 damage, giving 1 damage to the pilot. The Victor misses with the AC-20, lands a medium laser into the center torso of the Warhammer, and that's it. Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I can see why you'd be much more familiar with that range. The War Dog, firing at the Archer, misses with the Gauss rifle. Large pulse goes into the right torso. Medium pulse goes into the right arm. Medium pulse to the right arm. And the streak hits. What's OS? Doing 2 to the center torso and 2 to the right leg, critting with no effect. Our other Victor misses. The Warhammer, allied Warhammer on a building, hits a building. This is good, and jams the mortars, so that's great. Medium bombard turret misses. Cataphract, firing the catapult. Medium pulse into the left arm, destroying the left arm, transferring the left torso rear. ERPPC to the right arm. Medium pulse to the right leg, and then LB-10X destroys the left torso rear, transferring to the center torso, which is now down to 5 armor. Oh, 1 shot, thank you. The Archer misses our grasshopper. The Assault shoots a building. Good for it. The Awesome lands a large laser on the Victor center torso. The other Awesome lands a small laser on the center torso of the Grasshopper. Is down to 17 armor. Grasshopper puts an ER large into the left leg of the Awesome. The light bombard turret misses. The Archer at the Awesome lands 9 LRMs, doing 5 to the left torso, another 4 to the left torso. The catapult took 20 damage, falls down again, takes 5 to the left leg, but the pilot avoids damage. The Grasshopper stays standing, thankfully. This is not quite going the way I hoped it would. I've made a lot of really bad decisions, but still not quite going the way I hoped. Okay, I liked some things I saw on the screen. That was nice. The Victor kicked the Warhammer in the left leg down to 14 internal structure. The Warhammer kicked the Grasshopper in the left leg for 14 damage down to 12 armor. The Cataphract kicks the left arm of the catapult, which transfers all the way to the center torso down to 12 internal structure and critting on an engine. The other Awesome punched the Grasshopper, doing 8 damage to the right arm. Then the Grasshopper kicking the Awesome does 14 damage to the left leg. Warhammer stays standing. The Awesome needs a 6, rolls a 5, falls down, doing 5 to the left torso, 1 to the left arm. The pilot rolls a 3, takes 1 point of damage, needs a 3 to stay conscious, rolls a 2, and blacks out. You know, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And this is 100% falls into the category of, I was lucky. I am still being very lucky. But luckily, also, we are on round 5, which means our reinforcements have arrived. And we win the initiative. You know, I kind of feel bad for the Stalker because it's just like over here on fire, burning from, you know, an inferno. That will work. The Warhammer, let's plop you right there. The Rifleman can go right there. Hopefully we can deal with the Warhammer. Yes, north enough that we can do a pincer, which makes me very happy. I should come out of this with all of my mechs. The catapult is running away, which we cannot have that. It's true, they do have my Nemesis air support, but the air support is out of bombs. So that helps. The Ostrak. We'll just do that. No. You just chill where you are. Don't do anything. The Rifleman. Really like to see what the Warhammer does before I do very much with the Rifleman. The Guillotine, however, you can wander yonder. Go ahead and keep the Grasshopper where he is because, you know, the engine might be a little on fire right now. I mean, if I bring the Rifleman up, I should still be okay-ish. Okay, adjacent at the minimum. Ah, great. How wonderful. Should be okay. Watch me roll a 2. Nope, we're good. Okay. You know, I really would have rather had the my 4-5 Victor pilot be the one who's, you know, prone on the ground, like not doing anything, as compared to my, you know, 2-4 pilot. Honestly, let's do that. So we'll keep one. We won't fire one of the medium lasers. Everything else should be fine. The Ostrak with a couple of ER larges on 3s. Why, yes, please. And a medium laser for funsies. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do the Warhammer. You're not wrong, but the piloting would not have saved this pilot very much. I don't know how much he failed his roll on when he was trying to stand, but I think it was more than 2. And I'm not going to go back and look because then I'll be wrong. And right now, in my mind, I'm right. And it's my game. It's my game. I'll be right if I want to. Hodor. Twists. Hold on. Wait. Quick question. It's right. Yeah. I always forget about the keyboard shortcuts for twisting. And I need to not forget about them because they're so useful and they're so much easier than click twist. Click in the general direction of where you would like to twist. Oh, it didn't actually twist. Now you can be sad. That should be okay. Cataphract. Please just kill the catapult already. I need him to be less alive. But also preferably alive enough that we can salvage him. That would be great. Huh. Well, I guess we're shooting straight into the back of an awesome. Let's see what happens. So our Victor, firing at the Warhammer, hits with the AC-20 to the center torso, critting on the center torso, getting an engine hit. Then we hit with 1 dead fire, hitting the critting on the lower leg of the left leg. It's down to internal structure. Medium laser to the left leg as well. Down to 6 internal structure. The light bombard turret does land a mortar 8 on the Hellbore, landing 5 shells, doing 2 to the left leg, 2 to the left torso, 2 to the left torso, 2 to the right torso, critting with no effect. Critting on a flamer? 2 to the left leg and 2 to the left torso. Would have taken a head hit, but takes 2 more to the center torso. We are out of edge. The Ostrock puts an ER large into the archer's left leg. ER large into the left leg is down to 0 armor. Missed with the medium laser. The Warhammer firing at the Victor puts a medium laser to the right arm, medium laser to the right torso. Missed with the small lasers. Machine gun to the right arm, machine gun to the center torso. War Dog firing at the archer puts a large pulse into the right torso, destroying the right torso, blowing off the right arm, critting on double LRM 20s. Transferring a little bit to the center torso. Medium pulse hits the left torso. Medium pulsar into the center torso. Our other Victor does wonders and puts an AC-20 into the left arm of the Victor. It's down to 0 arm, but misses with the SRM. The catapult misses the cataphract. Our Warhammer firing at their Warhammer puts a PPC into the right leg. Missed with the other PPC, unfortunately. The allied Warhammer shoots a building. The enemy archer firing at the War Dog. Oh, does very bad things. Lands the LRM 20, hitting with 6 deadfire missiles after the AMS engaged, doing 5 damage to the head, doing 1 point of damage to the pilot. Needs a 3 to stay conscious, rolls a 2. Then another 5 damage to the center torso and 2 damage to the left torso. Yeah. It is a huge tease. Unless, 1 sec. Excuse me. Unless you're using the playtest rules 1 for survival, and then you like secretly hope for a little bit of a crit, like on a left torso to a heavy or an assault mech, because then you blow out the left torso. Yet no one's making piloting rolls. Everybody sucks today. But you blow out one torso, it transfers to a little bit to the center torso, but not enough to destroy it. And then the auto eject engages. You destroy the mech through auto ejection, but you can still salvage it. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The survival rules really benefit campaign play. Anyways, our guillotine puts medium laser into the archer's right torso, but missed with everything else. The cataphract naturally hits the catapult with a medium pulse into the left leg, ERPPC to the center torso, down to 2 internal structure, medium pulse into the left leg, and the LB10X going into the left torso, transferring the center torso, blowing out the center torso, killing the catapult. Not the intended effect, but it works. The awesome, I mean, I could have let him run away and I still could have won, but whatever. The enemy awesome firing at the archer puts the LRM 15. Jeez. Yeah, everybody's getting shot in the head and everybody's failing their rolls. But anyways, hits with 9 LRMs, 5 to the head, doing 1 point of damage to the pilot, and then 4 to the left arm. The allied Ossaul shoots a building. Our grasshopper firing at the awesome puts medium laser to the right arm, medium laser to the right arm, ER large to the right torso. None of those are the head. None of them. 0. Then the streak obviously hits, doing 2 to the right arm, 2 to the left arm. The rifleman firing at the awesome puts a large laser into the left arm, ultra AC5 to the left torso, rear, large laser to the left arm, misses with an ultra AC5. Medium laser to the center torso, rear, and miss with the other medium laser. Archer, allied archer firing at the awesome, hits with 9 deadfire LRMs, doing 5 to the right leg, 5 to the right torso, 5 to the left arm, and 3 to the right arm. The Warhammer took a bunch of damage and lost the leg actuator, takes a tumble, falls to the left leg, or falls to the left side, does 5 to the left leg, down to 1 internal structure, critting on a foot. The pilot takes 1 hit but stays conscious. The archer stays standing. The awesome, other awesome, needs a 7, rolls a 4, falls down, takes 5 to the left torso, 1 to the left leg, and the pilot takes a hit, but he stays conscious as well. Good for him. Good for him. So the victor, why don't you just tap to see if the Warhammer is still awake? Can we please bash the skull in of the awesome? That's all I want from you. You failed to bash the skull in, but we did hit the gyro on the Warhammer. It's down to 3 internal structure on the center torso. I really love it if you would just eject so I can steal the Warhammer. The awesome I care less about because that's not the good awesome. It's like the worst possible variant of an awesome, in my opinion. Again, why do you put 2 LRM-15s onto an awesome? It just doesn't make sense. It's all bad. Okay, so we won the initiative fairly handily. Okay, Warhammer ejects. Somebody, or it just might not be coffee at all. So the Warhammer ejected. The awesome wakes up. Not what I was hoping for. Our prone victor, we can just kind of chill for right now. So I'm not even going to try to get up. Hold off and kind of see what the awesome does. The cataphract, we can turn around and go south, I guess. Hopefully we can roll 3 and not blow out our mask. Let's see here. So let's get Minerva across the water, hopefully. I think we can manage to roll a 2. The guillotine we can have, hopefully, hop on over. That should help. The awesome will turn away from us. How bad do I want to kick him? I think that's the question. I almost want to hold still, just so I have a better chance of hitting with the AC-20. I think I might do exactly that, because I should, let's just double check our arcs. Yes, if I torso twist, that should bring me into the rear arc of the awesome, or at least the side arc of the awesome. So let's just chill there, hang out. Again, very interesting things are happening here. I will oblige. And yeah. So the Warhammer pilot knocked himself out as well. Everybody's just getting knocked out. Again, we rolled a 3 to avoid a mask failure. That's terrifying. We crossed the water. We did the things. Everybody did the things. And then we can twist. Medium laser, AC5, and SRM. Minerva, I think we need to do medium laser, streak, medium laser, streak, and ER large. And that should be fine. Who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky and land an AC20 round. And then we can provide all of the presents to this happy little awesome. Make sure that he knows that we're thinking about him. Get a little warm on the guillotine. Not enough to care. Not even a little bit. Not even at all. Yes. Yeah. If the enemy team were going to be going back home, I have a feeling that everyone here would be just, number one, they would all be like in the hospital with concussions because that's how this is going. But number two, they would definitely be going through some remedial training. Hold on. I don't like where this is going at all. That Warhammer was undamaged. I am very, very much not excited about where this is going. So the Allied Warhammer shoots a building and destroys it. That's great. The Victor, the one that's standing, hits with a medium laser, into the awesome, and then lands the AC-20 to the center torso, misses the SRM-4. That's fine. The Ostrak firing at the Archer puts a medium laser to the left torso. Streak hits, putting both in the center torso. Medium laser to the center torso. Streak hits the left arm and the left torso. Misses with the ER large. Who cares? Awesome firing at the Rifleman. Hits with a large laser to the right torso. Small laser into the left leg. Missed with the LRMs. Prone Victor. Misses the AC-20. Missed the SRM. Fine. Awesome firing at the Warhammer. Misses. Our Warhammer. Oh, I bet that's the pilot. The pilot's immobile, not the Warhammer. Ooh. Okay. Small heart attack averted. Great. Awesome. Our Warhammer into the awesome. Puts a PPC to the right torso rear. PPC to the center torso rear. Medium pulse to the left arm. Medium pulse to the center torso rear. Ah, there it is. Crits on the LRM ammo. Blowing out the center torso. Well, actually, no. Hold on. It won't blow out the center torso yet because this will be reduced to 20 damage. So center torso goes down to 3 internal structure. Small laser lands on the left arm. There's hope. The guillotine firing at the Archer. Large laser lands into the right leg. Medium laser to the center torso. It's down to 19 internal structure. Archer firing at the... Oh, never mind. The awesome. Yeah, kills the pilot because the swarm missiles don't know what to do. And then also manages to hit my Warhammer with some swarm missiles, which is pretty great. And then it hits my Warhammer again, or my Rifleman with some swarm missiles. That's neat. The Grasshopper firing at awesome number 2 puts a medium laser to the left arm, medium laser to the left torso, ER large to the left torso, down to 9 internal structure, and then the streak misses. Oh, yeah, this thing's going to die. Large laser hits the Awesome's left torso, AC5 left torso, large laser left leg. There's no, oh, there it is. Oh, no, we're good because it still had center torso armor. Yes. Okay, so the Awesome falls over and we're fine. Oh, man, you gotta love it. So piloting rolls. Archer stays standing. Awesome. Number 2 falls down. Pilot takes another hit and blacks out again. That's hilarious. Where's the thug in all of the thug is just chilling. This is the most useless thug in the world. Okay, so for physical attacks, the victor can skip. We can kick the archer. Kick. So it's a 2. I have never seen this many blackouts in a single game. Especially, this is not that big of a fight. Like, this is 2 lances versus 2 lances. This is not crazy. And I'm pretty sure that I have seen 7 blackouts-ish, 8. And normally you see like a blackout. Okay, what's it? Okay, it's 7. I'll take the risk. Cataphract can skip. The Grasshopper can kick. Okay, that's fair. So the Ostrak kicks the Archer in the left leg down to 3 internal structure. The Guillotine kicks the right leg, destroying the right leg, blowing off the right leg. That's nice. Takes 3 damage to the right torso that transfers to the center torso, critting on an engine and a gyro. I don't think the Archer's going anywhere. I think it's pretty well incapacitated. Grasshopper kicks the Awesome in the rear center torso. It's down to 5 armor. The Archer falls, doing 5 to the center torso. Pilot takes a hit. I think that we're going to see an ejection next round. Where are we at with the things? So the Op4 was down 2. I destroyed another 1. Right? Yeah. Destroyed another 1. The Archer's about to eject. That'll be 2. So that'll take it down to 3 out of 7. And I really need to get it down to 1. It's like I can ignore the thug, but everybody else has to be dead or running away. Again, we won initiative, which is pretty neat. Yeah, I got to get it down to 1. I mean, arguably, you could say I have it down to 1 right now because, like, the Awesome is laying down with an unconscious pilot. You just rip the pilot out and whatever. But going to be better than that. Okay, there should be nothing there that we can fall on. In fact, we'll even only go to there. There was nothing I could fall on, but I didn't see the mines. So I took 5, 10, 15, 20 to the right leg, and then 5, 10 to the left leg. I promise, I almost know how to play this game. I promise. Kind of. Not really. That was my own minefield. I have no one to blame but me. I don't want to talk about it. Don't want to talk about it. But the thug goes and stands on a minefield, so that's a positive change. The guillotine, we'll just let him chill. We'll let him pick up the pilot. Yeah, let's not talk about that either. It's fine. Everything is fine here. How are you? It's just depth 1, right? Yeah. Should be okay. Allegedly. So, yeah, so the thug also decides to step on some mines, but it takes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 damage all to its left leg. So he takes a tumble, falls to its right side. You know, it like got propelled up from the left, tumble over onto the right. Makes sense. Takes a total of 5 damage to the right leg, 1 damage to the right torso, but the pilot avoids damage. Shoot. Okay, let's try to shoot the head off again, friends. You don't need a head. It's fine. Just, it'll be fine. Yeah, don't worry about that. So the Victor, firing at the Awesome, puts me and Blazer into the head down to 4 armor. The War Dog shoots the Awesome a whole bunch in random places. The Grasshopper puts a medium laser into the left leg of all places. The Archer firing at the Awesome. No, why are you firing more Swarm? Stop it. Stop. That's an ammo explosion, and that's going to blow out the center torso. Sad day. But then also... So not only did the swarm missiles blow out the uh center torso and everything, but yeah, no. I'm sorry, I have to take a quick call. So go ahead, get up, move around, get some water, do something. I'll be right back. Okay, friends, sorry about that. Like I said, I'm on call, so if there might be some frequent interruptions, just bear with me, and I apologize for the interruptions. Anyways, yeah, Swarm. Yeah, Swarm missiles, man, they'll get you every time. This is the second pilot now that has been killed by Swarm missiles. Good for him, I guess. Ugh. Luckily, it's not me killing all the pilots. It's our alleged allies. And that is actually, yeah, that's everything. That's the victories / victory. So we'll skip the attacks. Skip. Don't step on the pilot. Don't do it. It's a trap. It's a trap. We saved one pilot from swarm missiles. That was completely bonkers and just stupid. Nobody could roll. Everybody stepped on mines. Everything was bad. Just let's pretend that didn't happen. So yeah. Oof. I blew up 2 of my own mechs. Just what are we doing here? Yes, that was, quote, a bad day. I'm really hoping this dude didn't get hurt too bad, though. So let's keep an eye on Will Green. All right, so the Thug got away, obviously. Cheetahs got away. All the tanks that never showed up got away. So the Stalker, inoperable. Catapult, irreparable. Warhammer, inoperable. Bombard turret, some damage. Light bombard turret, undamaged. Awesome, inoperable. Archer, inoperable. And then, of course, there was the one awesome that exploded everywhere. Okay. Moving on. I am fine with all of that. We engaged all of the things, I promise you. We forced withdrawal. We did preserve at least 25%. I know that we preserved 4. It wasn't that one, though. It was that one. There we go. We forced withdrawal of all of those. Next, we have victory, and we finish. We rounded up all of the facility people, which, if you didn't know, if you look in your prisoners afterwards, you'll see a bunch of like civilians and stuff like that. That's the base personnel. Okay, I'm suddenly very happy that I brought all of my things. And we will go and steal all of the supplies from those things. All right. And with that, I guess, I mean, I'll take the Stalker. Take a Warhammer, I guess. Archer, Catapult. Awesome. Nope, no awesome. Do I just do that and then I can salvage more later? I think I just do that and salvage more later because I don't care about that. It's not a good awesome. Unless I refit the awesome. I'll just do that. That's fine. I'll repair the awesome. We'll refit the awesome. Life will be fine. Will Green, what happened to you? How bad is it? How badly are you hurt, my friend? So that was Bravo Astrid? No. Or Asteroid. Was it Bravo? It was definitely Bravo. All right, Will Green, what happened to you? You have a compound fracture. You're out for the count, my friend. Okay. Okay. I'm out of pilots. We're just going to keep Bravo Lance out of trouble for 18 days. And it's going to be fine. Yes, it is a bad day that we will never talk about again. We never. It's like, I mean, I could look at the infirmary tab, but you know, eh. Why would I? Why would I do the thing that makes sense? That doesn't make any sense. It's kind of like how we don't talk about that contract. We never talk about the contract. If you know the contract I'm talking about, we don't talk about the contract. Let's just take a look at some of these prisoners. Prisoners of war. I think I had, oh yeah, Green Soldier. Yeah. Yes, there is no such contract. We are definitely not still trying to crawl out of the hole that contract was. Oh, I love it when we actually get battle loss compensation. Even though it's not much, it helps. I would rather battle loss compensation over overhead coverage for things like this. Okay, so let's advance a day or two. And all sad. Quality's declining. And we hurt parts? Punks? What in the wide world of sport? Who is doing maintenance on these things? I think I need to go through and redo maintenance assignments. Because that is silliness. Skill level, profession. Ah, that's why. Okay, well. Unassign you. And then we can assign the locust. Yes. Yeah, for sure. Then mechanics. Oof, I just need to train up more mechanics, man. Also, ultra green mechanics? No. No, absolutely not. All of you, assign. None. Oh my goodness. Well, actually, they might have been as, hold on. Wait. I might have done an oops. Crew members. Yes. Crew member. Yes. And crew member. Yes. Crew member. Yes. Okay, cool. That's fine. That's okay. We'll survive with everything else. But assigned to unit as tech, none. Great. Then assigned to unit as tech, you. And honestly, like, I think that we add something onto you, bro. You figure it out. There you go. Okay. We're gonna have to hopefully do some training at some point in time and help some of these boys out. Okay. There's all that. And everybody should come home like next turn, hopefully, or next day, maybe. Are you really the best that I have? I think not. I think not. Okay. I think it's time for us to very, very specifically work on training up some new folks. What are we missing? Some sensors. Okay. Command console, whatever. Standard cockpit. Fine. Wait, hold on. I thought I had plenty of cockpits. Did I burn through all of my cockpits? Oh my gosh. Did I just order 12 cockpits? Yes, I did. Do I regret it? No. Okay, so I think, yeah, all the ejections and headshots, it just burns through cockpits. I burned through two things the fastest. Number one, armor. We have seen me burn through armor. You better believe it. Number two, cockpits. I burn through so many cockpits, not because my pilots die, but because I kill other pilots or they eject or whatever the case is. Okay, let's go ahead and do some manual assignments here because I really need to assign, or I need to train up some mechs or some techs. Okay, new plan. Orion, I don't care about having NARC capable ammo. That's just silliness. Where is the Orion? Swap ammo to LRM-15. Swap ammo to SRM-4. Swap ammo to AC-10. Very well. Cockpit is, depends on the mech, but cockpits are, hold on, wait, I should not have 12 command consoles on order. Stand by. Did I order the wrong thing? Oh. Cockpit / command console? Weird. But cockpits are, I don't remember how much exactly. I'll look it up later. Okay, is there any other ammo that we can replace? So we can reload you. Can reload you. This might get a little boring while we're just going through and doing some, manual things. But it's okay. It's all good. Really. All right, so the Orion we can't do anything with. So now time to do some armors. Fortunately, I have enough armor in stock, in case you didn't notice. I only have 6,645 armor in stock. Should be okay for a day or two. I hope. Maybe a week. Like, honestly, like up tempo, 2 weeks. 2 weeks, and then I'm sitting there panicking a little bit. Needs a 6, rolls a 5. Needs a 6, rolls a 5. Needs a 6, rolls a 5. Okay, great. It's fine. Well, you can salvage the cockpit. That's fine. Just don't mess it up. $600 or $300. I'll risk a 5. That's fine. So then we'll just do this. It's fine. Now I'm lazy again. So all that's being worked on. That, gosh, that sucks. Need a 9. Give it a whirl. Got him. All right, let's hope for the best. Yeah, this battle armor is going to get really bad really fast, unfortunately, because my battle armor techs are terrible. Until I can get them trained up, they are going to do so bad. So very bad. So it depends on your settings. You can still, it is not, you don't get XP from crit success and crit failures anymore by default. But you can change it so you do. But you get 1 XP for every 25 successful tasks by default. So it's not horrible. But human resources, where's it at? Maybe it's advancement. Yes. Experience awards. So for tasks, 1 per 25 successful tasks, 0 per natural 2, and then 0 per nat 12. Pretty much they saw the people, or this, yeah. So you can change it back if you want to. You can honestly make this whatever you want. But you do you. It's just like, so in 50.07, they brought back this. So XP per scenario and XP per kill. Because if you'll remember in 50.05 and 50.06, these have been depreciated in the same way that all of this was depreciated. And a lot of this stuff was depreciated as well. Not the vocational XP. That was just brought in 50.06 or 0.05. But the scenario XP was depreciated. And then they brought it back by popular demand at 50.07. Don't worry. All that will come out in the video as soon as I figure out how to present 8 billion different facts. It's going to be a very long video. Very, very long video. For better or for worse. Are they still out there? Are those dudes still out there? They are still out there. Can you come home? Thank you. Oh, that's why everything sucks so much. They're all in field workshops. Okay, cool. It's fine. Everything is fine. I'm not panicking. You're panicking. Okay. Well, that was nice. It's probably about time for us to start running around Sector 1, because I think we've done about everything for Sector 2. Oh, no, we still have 1 facility to find. Why is Recon Land still out there? They should be home by now. And Tango. Recon should be coming home any old second, because I thought they went out before. Okay, for real, why is Recon Lance not coming home? Why are they assigned to remain deployed? Don't do that. Okay, so we have a new scenario. This is happening on the 20th, so in 2 days. It's an irregular force assault. Oh, that's gross. Dust dawn and heavy snowfall. Hostile infantry and local insurgents are being reinforced by frontline enemy units, creating a growing threat in the sector. If left unchecked, their combined strength will destabilize our operations and undermine our control of the region. Your mission is to engage and destroy at least 50% of the combined enemy force, neutralizing their ability to continue resistance. Expect a mix of tactics. The insurgents will use terrain and ambushes and guerrilla warfare, while the frontline units will provide structured firepower and coordination. Do not underestimate either force. Eliminate them with precision, break their ability to fight, and ensure the sector is pacified. The victor will control the battlefield at the end of the engagement, securing any remaining assets and preventing further insurgent activity. This is a mission of suppression and dominance. Strike hard, eliminate resistance, and leave no doubt who commands this region. Okay. This is on what? Sector 1? Sector 0? Okay. Cool. So in Sector 0, they have 2 early warning centers. And they have a mech base. So we have to destroy 50% of the Op 4 irregulars and infantry. Their infantry, they have a pile. The irregulars, they have some stuff. And then the Op 4, this is a little more hairy. They have Panther, Regulator, Apollo, Griffin, Centurion, Crusader, a Phoenix Hawk 3, AC-2 carrier, Orion, and a Hermes 2. So I was actually thinking Inferno bombs, but same train of thought, yes. Because who does not love them some Inferno bombs? You know, the small things. And I should have, if I remember correctly. Oh no, am I short on Inferno bombs? Ruh-roh. That's not good. Cluster bombs might work. And then let's hop on over to the airspace and select bombs. You can take Inferno bombs, though. I might just bring the aerospace fighters, because why not? So we'll do 7, and then we'll do a pile of cluster bombs. And then for the lightning, do a pile of Infernos and some clusters. Because who doesn't love cluster bombs? All of the cluster bombs. All of the cluster bombs. Hey, sounds good. Okay, take it easy, right? Stay out of trouble. Stay cool. And watch out for the, kangaroos. Oh, good. We had some lift hoists arrive and some LRM dead fire. Repair bay. We just need to... Okay, we don't have to do anything because the bombs are loaded. As for what to take with us, so we're going to leave Bravo Lance at home, naturally. Why are we not repairing this? Target 5? That's good enough. Pitter patter, let's get at her. Okay. So who are we going to take with us? So Bravo Lance is obviously going to stay home. Alpha Lance, not the best to go against infantry, but they're going to be good against all those mechs. Charlie Lance. I mean, if I load the longbow and the catapult with Inferno ammo, or yeah, like Inferno ammo, actually, that'd be fine. Asteroid is still hurting a little bit. I think maybe we bring... Honestly, we bring Alpha and Charlie. So let's reload the longbow. Let's go to the hangar. Mechs and Force. Charlie Lance. So we've got our Ostrak. Then we've got our Catapult. Swap ammo. I don't care about semi-guided. Let's do... Actually, I should have fragmentation, so that'd be fine too. So we'll reload you to fragmentation, or at least some fragmentation. All of the LRM-20 semi-guided will swap over to fragmentation. We'll put one of those to standard LRM-20 just for funsies. Swap. Fragmentation. And fragmentation. Where are you? There you are. Then lastly, you, SRM-4. If they get close enough that we need to use the SRM-4, I would much, much, much rather have either Inferno or Fragmentation. And I'm thinking Inferno, because that would go... Because then at least I can get a mech hot, and that would be fine. There we go. Okay. There's all of that. Good deal. And Recon Lance came home, finally. From there, we got to be in one of these two spots. We really do. Confirm. And naturally, we only scout one of them. Okay, great. It's got to be there. There it is. Hostile comm center. Great. So let's get rid of the heavy snowfall. That's much more gooders. And then we will deploy Alpha. And we'll either get 2 minefields or we can take 2 infantry units. Honestly, I think I'd take the mechanized. And what else we got? So we'll bring the heavy tracked APC and the foot platoon. Should be good. Should be dandy. Then from there, how many? I have 1 whole support point. 1 whole support point because I roll for my next set of support points in 2 days, naturally. So Charlie Lance. Okay, reinforce, see what happens. We rolled an 8, which is great. Okay. Well, that, as they say, is that. So let's go ahead and we'll... Do I control the battlefield? Victor will control the battlefield. Okay. So with that, we'll go ahead and commence drop. We'll bring recovery A and B. Confirm. Have plenty of techs. Absolutely plenty of techs. Okay. Go Power Rangers. One second. There we go. And all of our missile things come in on round 8. Ugh. Not great, but it's fine. It's fine. Everybody's fine. Oh, this is a fun map. So sometimes I don't always love the randomly generated maps for MegaMek, but sometimes they are super cool and very dynamic. And this is one of those times. I love this. This is great. This is great. We'll skip the minefields this time. I feel like I learned my lesson. Maybe not. We won the initiative. Now, to close the distance happily, probably shoot down the middle. And I think the goal is probably going to be to get the awesome up on this little ridge line. And if possible, maybe even get our Devastator. Mm-hmm. Oh, give me one moment, please. I'll be right back. Okay. I had to answer a quick question. Anyways, I think maybe if we can get our Devastator and our Awesome up hither, then they would be in a happy little spot to deal with things and stuff and whatnot. Oh no, I forgot to load the infantry on the heavy APC. Oh well, we'll just do that first turn and we'll suck it up and deal with it. Yeah. Don't do what I do. Just do better. Do gooder. Also, we're almost 2 hours into the stream. If you are new to the stream and you're enjoying the stream and you're finding it interesting, fun, entertaining, anything like that, please go ahead and give the stream a follow. I would really appreciate it. If you're feeling incredibly generous today and maybe you have one of those Amazon Prime subscriptions that you don't know what to do with, go ahead and hit that little subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. If you're watching this later on YouTube and you haven't already, please hit that little subscribe button down there and maybe hit that little bell so you know when I put out another video. The Orion, where do we put you? We put you here. You go there. If I got something jumpy, I'll put it off into that southwest corner. The Brutus can hang out next to the Orion. The Marauder. Mr. Power. Right there. All right, is today the day that youngster dies? That's the question. Is today the day that youngster dies? I don't know, but we're going to find out. And I'm excited to find out. Hey, what's up, bud? You almost died in the last battle, just so you know. It was kind of touch and go. Shoot, I should have reloaded the stalker. Kind of forgot that he was an alpha lance. Oh well. Too late now. Okay, and we won the initiative. Uh or a fuel explosion, or an ammo explosion, or a couple other things. I don't know. I put you in some pretty precarious positions, if you didn't know. How many things do I have to kill? I normally count and I forgot to count because I have to kill 50%, 50% of Op 4, irregular, and infantry. Oof. All right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So I have to destroy 13. 13 things. Yes, get rich or die trying. You know what? I should add that to this. That needs to get added to this thing right here. I need to make a new motto or a new thingamabobber. Okay. So I have to destroy 13 critters. 13 critters. Load. I need you to load. Thanks. And you have to just stay there while you're loading, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Okay. Apparently, frequent interruptions make me forget things because I just remember one other thing I was going to do and I totally forgot until right now. That's okay. Like, there was a reason why I loaded all of that all those Inferno bombs onto those aerospace fighters. And where are the aerospace fighters? Not here. Not here. Get rich or die trying. Man, I need to write that down so I don't forget about it. So you know one of the things that's probably the most fun for me since I started making videos and everything else, it's not necessarily, those comments that you get like right away when you release a video. Don't get me wrong. I love those. I love hearing from people. But I actually also really enjoy reading those comments from people like weeks or months after I released the video. Like it's nice to see people still watch them. It's great. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You have range master. Just shoot the people. So the Hermes is on a 6. The Apollo is on a 7. I think we shoot the Hermes. Hmm. Gauss rifle. I mean, you might as well shoot at the Karnov. Can't hit anything else. The Brutus, I don't think you can hit anything. Absolutely not. Well, you can hope with the hover truck. Hope and a prayer. 3% chance is better than 0. Oof. Oh, it hurts. Then again, I just remembered that my stalker pilot is not good. Not good at all. Okay, so the awesome firing at their Hermes puts PPC to the left arm, another PPC to the left arm, blowing off the left arm, transferring to the left torso, critting on the lower arm and the upper arm, but misses with that last one. The Orion then is kind enough to put a Gauss rifle into the front of the Karnov after rolling a 12, destroying the front of the Karnov, causing it to kind of go boom. The Marauder misses the regulator, the Demolisher missed the Karnov, the Hermes stays standing. Not a bad start. So the Awesome is a 7 heat. Everybody else is at 0. We lost the initiative. No. Let's see here. I would actually almost prefer the Awesome to go like right here. So that's level one. Actually, the Awesome's in a pretty good spot. I think we let the Awesome chill right there. Again, if you're wondering why don't you want to move the Awesome closer? You want him at short range. No, that pilot has range master long. And so every time I forget that, and then I get really sad because at short range it's a +4 modifier. And then I cry myself to sleep a little. So, and if you guys ever want, if you're sitting there playing your own games, you're like, man, I really wish that Princess would just take her turn faster, go faster. If you don't mind playing with individual initiative, then that will make your games go a lot faster. Downside is individual initiative. If you don't want to play that or use that, sorry, but if you don't mind using individual initiative, it means that Princess doesn't spend all of that time trying to figure out what it wants to do, and it just does the best thing for that unit in that moment because it's what it has to do. Oh, so I think it was last week I was going to talk about how I was going to make things harder for myself in the next contract, or maybe the contract after that. In one of the next 2 contracts, or perhaps when I take on that first clan contract, I'm also going to turn on double blind rules. Just so I can really just delve in and hate myself a little bit. Double blind rules and just like gradually turning on all of those things that make it harder and harder and harder and make it so that you don't know, like you have less and less information going in. Then you're like banking on the Batchall not to screw you over. Oh, not quite that far. That's a choice. I think we skip. I think. Because I'm pretty sure mechanized infantry can shoot into the same hex that they are standing in. I'm pretty confident about that. Been wrong, but I think. This fight might still be going on when our reinforcements get here. I was making fun of it, but we might still be fighting this fight. So first things first, can we, in fact, how? Okay, so it's 11 to hit. Well, you miss 100% of the shots you never take. And then for the heavy PPC, everything is to the front. Okay, never mind. We do nothing with you. Well, with the PPCs, the Apollo. Oh, man. Can I do all 3 and not shut down? I can. You know what? I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. Let's do it. We'll go to 12 heat over. Maybe see if we can't shut that Apollo down on 3s. And then for you, it's an 11 against the scout helicopter. or a 9 with the snub nose. It's not bad. I think we can make that magic happen. Shoot, I keep wanting to reload that and I forget every time. And the gauze and a couple of medium lasers. Yeah, let's see what happens. So 13s for the PPC. It's going to be a 13 on, no, it's going to be a 12 on the VTOL, I believe. It's about the best I'm going to get. Plus, it just takes one hit against that ferret for it to just, find its way out of the sky. So you can shoot at the Phoenix Hawk on a 9. The AC2 is on a 10. I think we'll take the 9s, honestly. Yeah, we have ammo. Then, all of that being said and done, so it's a 10 on the Apollo or an 11 on the scout helicopter. I think that we send some stuff downrange to the Apollo. And then more stuff to the Apollo, just for good measure, to make sure he knows that we're thinking of him. Okay, so the mechanized platoon missed with a 3. The ferret misses. Awesome. Firing at the Apollo. Hits with the first PPC to the right leg, PPC to the right arm, but misses. Misses with the third PPC. The Orion lands the snub nose into the sprint, destroying the thing. After it puts around through the left side, it just like explodes and dies. The Phoenix Hawk firing at the Marauder misses. The Brutus misses. The Marauder firing at the Phoenix Hawk hits with an ERPPC to the left arm down to 0 armor. The Demolisher firing at the Apollo missed. Stalker firing at the Apollo missed. Apollo firing at the Awesome misses. The Apollo took 20 damage but stays standing. I mean, for being a slow tempo fight so far, we're not doing terrible. We're not doing awful. It could be a lot better, but it could be way worse. So we win the initiative. I think I have to let the Awesome cool down for a couple turns. I think it's time. Plus, that third PPC has not hit once, which is not nice. Not nice at all. All right, so the Demolisher. I think we have to do one round where the Demolisher is totally out of action before we just plop it up on a hill where everybody can see it and everybody can shoot at it, but it can also shoot at everyone. This is what I mean by precarious positions. So let's hold off on moving him because I'm worried that if I move him there, the Phoenix Hawk is just going to jump right behind him, which, while not the end of the world, it's just like, it's annoying more than anything else. It's just annoying. I'm actually hoping that that infantry all just stays packed up right where it is. And then as soon as my reinforcements arrive in 5 rounds, we just drop all of the fragmentation ammo right onto them and let them figure their life out. All 12 seconds of it. Oh, yeah, don't do that. No, no. In the next contract, I might actually start playing with individual initiative just to speed these things up a little bit. And because I kind of don't mind having my choice taken away from me in terms of what thing do I move next. Is it annoying? Sure. But it also makes you have to work a little bit harder for some things. But it gets rid of a lot of these long pauses where Princess is just like panicking and doesn't know what to do. And it's just like over in a corner, rocking back and forth, just like doing whatever it's doing. Like right now, it's probably trying to decide. Actually, I don't know why it's waiting because it can move the regulator. It can just burn initiative on the foot platoons. But instead, it moves the Griffin. That's nice. Okay, so the Brutus can move up. Yeah. Now, here's a question. I don't know. Does anybody know? So if you're firing fragmentation LRMs at infantry units and you target the hex, and there are multiple infantry units on the hex in the open, can you hit multiple infantry units with the fragmentation ammo if you're targeting the hex that the infantry platoon are on? Or do you have to target the infantry? Does anybody know? I need to know in the next 5 rounds. You're right. There's only one way to find out. And that's my favorite way to find out, honestly. You guys know me too well. This is how science happens. True. Very true. I could just ask in the Discord really fast. I might just do that while we're waiting on Princess to figure out his life. Well, that's an interesting place for the Phoenix Hawk. It's not where I would go, but it's an interesting place. Yeah. That'll work. Okay, so everybody did the things they were supposed to do. Let's see here. So we can fire 2 ERPPCs. That's it. That's all we want to do. So we can shoot at the Centurion, or we can shoot at the Apollo. The Apollo is a 4. The Griffin would be a 5. I think we do the Apollo. The more we can kind of just whittle down the Apollo, the better off we are going to be, I think. Also, very interesting. It's not letting me scroll. That's annoying. All right, 2 PPCs. We'll go 2 over on heat. Not the end of the world. Let's see here. Next up, the PPC or the APC. Yeah, we can't do anything. That's a no-go. Let's see here. Kind of want to kill the regulator because I just don't want to hear. And I don't like having a Gauss rifle looking at me. That makes me feel not good. That actually makes me feel very not good. The Brutus can't shoot much of anything right now, unfortunately. Well, I think... Do we just get a little warm? I think we get a little warm. We can go 5 over on heat this round. Power won't mind. He looks a little chilly. I feel like my awesome might not feel good this turn. So the Demolisher can't do a whole lot. Unfortunately, the Stalker, however... Oh, Bumskis. Yeah, I really can't do anything with him. Because this pilot is not the best in the world. I mean, even though his gunnery is 4, it's really holding me back. And the Dusk Dawn is not helping either. So the awesome firing at the Apollo hits with one of the APC or the PPCs into the left torso. Is down to 10 armor. Regulator firing a Gauss rifle at the awesome misses, thankfully. The Orion firing at the regulator puts a snub nose into the turret. Missed with the Gauss rifle and a medium laser into the front. The Phoenix Hawk firing at the Marauder misses. Thunderbolt firing at the enemy Griffin misses. The enemy Griffin firing at the Marauder misses. The Marauder, oh, that's not good for him. That's not healthy. That's very not healthy because the Marauder puts a PPC through the head of the Phoenix Hawk 3, destroying the Phoenix Hawk. That pilot is dead, but just for good measure, we put a medium pulse into the left torso, PPC into the right, not into the right leg because it's behind cover, and then a medium pulse into the left torso. The enemy Centurion firing at the awesome misses. The enemy Apollo firing at the awesome misses. And that's it. That's all the things. That is all of the things. The awesome's down to 5 heat. Marauder's up to 5 heat. Everybody else is zeros. Big old goose eggs. We win the initiative, which is pretty neat. We have 4 rounds before our reinforcements arrive with all of their Inferno rounds. Sorry, not Inferno rounds, fragmentation rounds. We have destroyed 3 units. We need to destroy 10 more. Just a casual 10 more units need to die. Ah, their reinforcements arrived. Isn't that nice? Kind of forgot about their reinforcements. Yeah, we're just going to keep the awesome where he is. Just keep on chilling. Keep doing your thing, bud. Okay. Let's finally get that demolisher up where he belongs. Ta-da! Hopefully he doesn't skid. This would be a really bad time to skid, actually. But it doesn't look like he skidded. This is good. We're in a great spot, friends. So the mobile infantry can go yonder. Stop standing under the mech that is actively being targeted by the entire enemy team. So the stalker, kind of want to just move you. Yeah, can you go there like that? Yes, yes you can. Okay. The Brutus. Let's bring the Brutus on up. Hope for a 3. That's an interesting place for the Javelin to go. If I was in a light mech, personally, I would not jump to 1 level below a heavier mech in the adjacent hex in their front arc. But that's just me. What do I know? I am a little worried about this regulator. I kind of don't like it being there. And I kind of want it to be, dead. And I really don't want to give my back to it. It does not sound like a great time. So I think that we back up and hope for the best. Like, could you imagine if I actually would have brought my aerospace stuff? Like, bring the aerospace stuff, and then you drop a bunch of cluster and inferno bombs just like right here. Just you drop it right on that foot platoon. A bunch of cluster bombs, a bunch of inferno bombs, and you just roast them. It would have been beautiful. But now we'll never know. And it makes you sad. It really does. Do you think this Apollo is tired of us shooting him with PPCs? Just wondering. Asking for a friend. Now, the heavy APC can launch some SRMs. Oh, man, that regular dipped out. I think it would be more worth our while to hit the heavy hover APC. Oh, yeah, especially since we have a hope and a prayer of shooting the APC with all of our other stuffs. Elevens? Seen worse. Hold on. Wait. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Hodor. It is time. Almost forgot about the sneaky little AC2 carrier over in the corner. Let's see here. Well, the ferret's on a 10. The heavy hover APC is on an 8. Heavy tracked is on an 8. The Apollo's on a 10. I think we get rid of the targets that are close. And we go from there. So the heavy hover APC probably needs to go away. Or do I just... You know what? We're going to risk it. Because we got a bunch of stuff shooting at the heavy hover APC. Let's go for it. Why not? And then secondary target, but who cares? Okie dokes. What do we got? So the Awesome puts 1, 2, 3 PPCs into the Apollo, getting 1 into the right torso, 1 to the center torso, 1 to the right arm, down to 7 internal structure on the right arm, critting on a hand and a lower arm. The heavy tracked APC misses with the SRM. The AC2 carrier misses with everything. The enemy Javelin fires and misses. Our Orion, firing at the heavy hover APC, lands the snub nose PPC to the left side, down to 3 armor. Then a medium laser into the left side, destroying the heavy hover APC. Our Brutus fires a whole bunch of stuff and misses with everything. The Allied Thunderbolt misses with everything. Our Marauder misses. The heavy hover APC on the enemy team misses. The enemy Wyvern misses. Our Demolisher lands both Gauss rifles into the heavy tracked APC, putting 1 through the left side, destroying it immediately. And then misses with both of the medium lasers, but it doesn't matter. The APC, enemy APC firing the Demolisher misses. Our Stalker misses with everything. The enemy Crusader fires and misses. The allied Zeus misses. The Apollo took greater than 20 damage, needs a 7, rolls a 3, falls onto the right side, doing 4 damage to the right arm, down to 3 internal structure, and the pilot takes a hit. Womp, womp, womp. Well, multiple people have now confirmed your suspicions, youngster. No, LRMs do not work that way, unfortunately. No matter how wonderful that would be, we have to target each unit individually with fragmentation rounds. So I'll just quietly cry myself to sleep. Not just for funsies. Go away. All right, who do we have? Let's just keep the Demolisher right there. Youngster can continue being cannon fodder. And then who goes next? We will move our mobile infantry. Just keep on doing the things. So, for most of the people out there who are watching right now, are you using any of the playtest rules? Like, are you using the survivability rules, or are you using any of the other playtest rules that there currently are? Or are you just sticking with the original rules and rolling with that for your games, unless Catalyst says this is the way it goes? Brutus. Brutus, my friend. What could possibly go wrong? Or do you go there? That's probably a smarter move. Just have to wait for Princess to figure out her mind. Yeah, I think definitely next contract, I'm going to go ahead and turn on individual initiative because these battles are just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And if we don't have individual initiative on, we're going to be sitting here just staring, doing nothing for like 2 minutes at a time. For real, Princess, figure it out. Or maybe even this contract, I'll switch over to individual initiative. Who knows? I wonder, I bet that running with individual initiative also helps to speed up like pay car auto resolve scenarios. Because the thing that takes the absolute longest when you're using pay car is the movement phase. Like the firing, the weapons phase doesn't take very long. The physical phase takes like no time at all. Heat takes 0 time. It's all the movement phase. All that time for a VTOL to move across the map. Well, I think we probably just head on over and step on an APC, but I'm not 100% sure here. We'll keep the Orion where it was so that hopefully it can get shots. Depending on where the Hermes goes, maybe some shots there. Might be able to get some shots across the AC2 carrier depending on sight lines exactly. It should be able to. Can definitely get shots over on the Ossaul. Actually, no, it can't see the AC2 carrier. Never mind. We'll see, though. We'll see what it can do. We'll see what the regulator does. That's an interesting place for the regulator to go. I think that it's time for us to shoot the regulator. So really quick, I want to see what the Brutus can see. So the Brutus has pretty decent shots. Things like the Hermes. Sure, you can shoot the APC carrier. I'd rather get the Hermes out of the fight, though. APC carrier is like nice, easy, low-hanging fruit, but meh. Just meh. Okay, we won't get the awesome super hot this round. It's going to be really hard. It makes me sad. but I won't do it. Okay, we'll get a little warm in the Orion this round. Let's see. The Regulator should get dealt with because it doesn't have that much armor. I probably shouldn't take the chance. I shouldn't take the risk, but I'm kind of gonna. So I can shoot at the Panther, or I can shoot at the Centurion. I'm thinking I shoot at the Panther because it's kind of the bigger threat in a way. See what happens. And with that all being said and done, ooh, that Centurion is a 7. The Panther is also a 7 to hit. It's an 8 on the Apollo, and I would love to get the Apollo out, but I'm hoping that it comes back forward. So I think we shoot at the Panther this round. As for this, I think that we do the low-hanging fruit for the Stalker. So put some rounds into the APC, I hope. And then if it's still alive, then somebody steps on it. But I don't think it's alive anymore. So the Brutus at the Hermes misses. The Awesome firing at the Hermes only hits with 1 PPC to the right torso. The Ferret misses. The Allied Flashman firing at the Heavy Hover APC hits with a large laser to the left side, critting on the machine gun, then beam laser to the left side down to 0 armor with moderate motive damage, but misses with everything else. The enemy AC2 carrier puts an AC2 into our Awesome's left arm, another one to the left leg, another one to the left arm, but missed with the other 2. The Regulator missed the Stalker. Our Orion firing at the Regulator puts a medium laser into the turret, medium laser to the left side, critting, stunning the crew. Then the snub nose hits the left side. SRM hits with 4 missiles, doing 2 to the left side, destroying the engine, stunning the crew again. And then 2 to the rear, 2 to the left side, down to 2 internal structure. Gauss rifle goes through the left side and just destroys the Regulator. I'm probably going to try to salvage the Regulator just so I can pull the Gauss rifle off of it, honestly. The Javelin, the enemy Javelin firing at the Allied Crusader misses. The Allied Thunderbolt firing at the APC Hover destroys the turret after putting a large laser through it. The enemy Panther firing at the Stalker missed. The enemy Hermes firing at the Brutus misses. Our Marauder firing at the Panther puts a PPC to the right torso down to 0 armor. The enemy Hover APC hits the Flashman with a machine gun to the right arm. The Allied Crusader at the Javelin puts a machine gun to the left torso. The enemy Centurion firing at the Stalker misses. The Our Demolisher firing at the Panther puts a Gauss rifle into the right leg. It's down to 5 internal structure. He'll have to make a PSR this round. Then our Stalker firing at the APC, which is already dead. He tries to kill it more, but it's already dead. For good measure, it's also immobilized now that it's also already super dead. The enemy Wyvern firing at the Allied Crusader misses. The enemy APC Hover hits our Stalker in the right leg with a machine gun. Allied Zeus misses. Enemy Orion misses. Enemy Apollo misses. The Panther took 20 damage, needs an 8, rolls a 4, falls down onto the right side, putting 3 damage into the right torso, critting on 2 heat sinks down to 5 internal structure, but the pilot doesn't take any hits. It's a lucrative round. I don't think I can really melee on anything. Nothing that I want to, anyways. Okay, so the enemy javelin kicked the Crusader. The Crusader falls down, takes some damage, but the pilot's not hurt. If the Crusader gets killed by a javelin, that pilot needs remedial training. All right, 2 turns from reinforcements coming in from the south. It's going to take them forever to get into firing range for those missiles. But fortunately, we only have to destroy 6 more things. Yay. And of course, the reinforcements don't count towards any of that. So, like I was hoping, the Apollo started to move forward a little bit. Hopefully, maybe we can start working on him a little bit more, probably next turn. But man, if I would have brought my aerospace or anything, we would be done with this by now because all of these infantry would probably be dead, and that would be great. That would have been wonderful. But instead, we're stuck waiting for Princess to figure out which one of its 7-foot platoons it should move. So the Brutus, think, I think we just keep you there. So we'll keep closing the distance with most of our mechs. The Awesome, of course, is going to keep its distance because, that's what it does. But we'll kind of see what happens. Yeah, we'll keep the Demolisher right where it is. We'll keep Youngster where he is. We'll go from there. Now, when it comes to these, So I think I need to remind the Apollo that I'm here. So it's a 4 to hit the Apollo. I'm hoping to hit 2 of them. And we'll see how much the computer loves me today. The answer is probably 0, but whatever. It's fine. The Orion. Do you fire at the Hermes? Okay, hold on. Let's back up. Let's go ahead and do the Demolisher, because that's going to have a lot more impact on what I do. So the Panther is a 7. I think that's probably what we do. A couple of Gauss rifles, and hopefully we hit the Panther again. Now then, in addition, the Stalker has okay shots on the Panther. It's just that the pilot and the conditions blow. Which then brings us back to the Orion, which I think we probably unload some snub nose and some Gauss rifle into the Hermes, and we hope for the best. And before too long, we also help the AC-2 carrier figure out who its daddy is. So 8s on the PPCs into the Orion. I'll take that. Then the last one is the Marauder, who it looks like some people might be trying to say hello. Power, if you die this round, you lived a good life, my man. So the Allied Flashman misses the enemy AC-2 carrier. Hits the Awesome with an AC-2 to the left torso, missed with all the other ones. Our Awesome firing at the Apollo hits with 2 out of 3 PPCs, putting 1 into the left arm, 1 into the right leg. The enemy Panther misses. The enemy Javelin misses. Allied Thunderbolt misses. Enemy APC misses. Enemy Hermes misses. Our Demolisher puts a Gauss rifle through the right torso of the Panther, blowing off the arm, then another one into the center torso, down to 4 armor. I'm sorry, that transferred to the center torso. It's down to 4 armor. Then another one goes into the left leg. It's down to 5 internal structure. And we crit on a jump jet. The enemy Centurion misses. Our Stalker misses. The Allied Crusader hits the Wyvern with 6 dead fires, doing 5 to the left leg, 5 to the right arm, and 2 to the left leg. Our Orion misses with everything. The enemy Wyvern hits the Crusader with a large laser to the left torso. Our Brutus puts PPC into the enemy Orion's left arm. The enemy Orion firing at the Marauder missed. The enemy Apollo firing at the Marauder missed. The Allied Zeus misses. Enemy Crusader misses. Power in the Marauder puts PPC into the Hermes center torso and another one into the right arm, but missed with the LB-10X. Then finally, the Foot Platoon firing at the Marauder misses. Hermes took 20 damage, needs a 7, rolls an 8. Panther took 20 damage, needs an 8, rolls a 6, falls down onto the right side, doing 3 to the center torso, and the pilot avoids a hit. The Apollo took 20 damage, needs a 7, rolls a 9, stays standing. So some heat happens, but nothing too crazy. And that brings us 1 round closer to our reinforcements. Our reinforcements, who all they're going to do is they're going to beeline straight for the infantry when they get here, because we have to. Otherwise, it's just going to take us forever to do anything. Because now we've gotten to their mech line, which is just eating damage. for better or for worse. That might put the AC-2 in range of our awesome. Okay, you can't jump, which makes a huge difference. I can never remember if the Hermes jumps or not. So the Brutus. Do you go there? I don't know, man. That's tough. That is really tough. We'll hold off on the Brutus for a minute. Now, what do we do with the Marauder? I think we bring the Marauder down into the woods. Hopefully, it would be great if Youngster would just take out the Panther the rest of the way this round. That would be nice. And then we just don't have to worry about it. Oh, I think the Brutus will still have shots in the Apollo. So we might just leave the Brutus where it is. Yes, it has shots on the Orion. It will be a little tougher, but it should be fine, I think. Okay, lots of piloting successes have happened. So it's a 5 against the Apollo. It's a 4 against the Panther. Now, if I go to Youngster, what are your shots like? It's a 9 on the Apollo. It's an 8 on the Centurion. Or, just hear me out. It's an 8 on the Hermes. I think we shoot the Hermes. And then we hope for the best against the Apollo. So I think he's in partial cover. Like 99% sure he's in partial cover. So we'll skip the APC. Oh, man. I just noticed the ferret sitting there. I don't think he would have been able to hit him anyways, though. So it's not a big deal. But yeah. Let's shoot. Well, hold on. Before we shoot the Panther from the Orion. So it's an 8, a 9, and a 6. Okay, well, in that case, do the things and kill the Panther. Please do away with said Panther. for this. Okay, so the Orion has 214 armor remaining versus 192. I think I'd rather take out the Orion. The Brutus, it's 10s on the Orion or 10s on the Ossaul. See if we can't hit the Orion. Then, done. Done, 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 done. Yeah, no way that we're hitting that thing. Okay, cool. The Stalker, of all the things. Well, you might as well shoot at the Panther then. Oh, I saw some bad things happen to folks. Okay. The enemy Assault misses our Demolisher into the Hermes, Gauss rifle into the left arm, destroying the left arm, transferring the left torso, critting on the AC-5 ammo, causing it to go boom. The pilot takes a couple of hits. They black out. They then auto-eject. Then 14 damage transfers from the left torso to the center torso, destroying the center torso, completely coring out the Hermes 2. AC-2 carrier firing at the Awesome misses. Our Awesome firing at the Apollo. Puts PPC into the center torso, then another one to the right torso. It's down to 0 armor. The Ferret firing at the heavy tracked APC hits the right side with a machine gun, doing 2 damage. Not nice. Allied Flashman missed. Then you strike again. You also, I think that's the second kill you got in this fight so far. You have a scary number of kills. Enemy Javelin hits the Zeus with 4 SRMs, then some more SRMs. Hermes 2 fires and misses one last time. Enemy Griffin missed. Our Marauder firing at the Panther puts PPC into the left leg, destroying the left leg, transferring to the left torso, medium pulse into the left arm, medium PPC into the left leg, which transfers the left torso down to 3 internal structure, critting on a heat sink, missed with the last medium pulse. Enemy Centurion firing at the Stalker missed. Allied Thunderbolt missed. Our Orion misses with everything, absolutely everything. Then our Brutus puts PPC into the Orion's left torso, missed the other PPC. Enemy Wyvern hits the Allied Crusader with a small laser. Enemy Orion misses with everything. Allied Crusader hits the enemy Wyvern with a medium laser, and a machine gun goes into the head. SRM hits with 4 Inferno missiles, causing it to get a little bit warmer. The enemy Apollo firing at the Stalker missed. The enemy Crusader misses. Our Stalker firing at the Panther puts a medium laser into the left torso, destroying the left torso, transferring some to the center torso, doing a double crit on the engine and critting on the SRM. Then a medium laser to the left leg, which goes all the way to the center torso, critting down to 5 internal structure. Allied Zeus misses. The Panther automatically falls onto the right side, doing 3 damage to the right leg, critting with no effect down to 2 internal structure. The pilot takes a hit. The Apollo takes 20 damage, needs a 7, rolls a 7, stays standing. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. Now then, nope, nothing. Nothing. Friends, I am not picking up a tree. It's not happening. And now our reinforcements should arrive. Some of our allies do things to a Wyvern, which is always good, but the Wyvern stays standing. Now then, hilariously, we're still at like 99 BV. Okay, so we have another Orion wandering on in. which I'm going to plop right there. But the longbow is going to go there and trundle away. The catapult's going to do something fairly similar. And then the Ostrak can help out with these two pesky little mechs and maybe make the magic happen. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Being another hour into the stream, if you are joining for the first time, please make sure you follow the channel. I'd really appreciate it if you're feeling super generous. Hit that little subscribe button down there. If you have an Amazon Prime subscription that you don't know what to do with, I would never say no to that. And if you're watching this later on YouTube and you're watching for the first time or you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and definitely hit that like button on the video. It helps a lot, helps other people find the content. Now then, what to do? What to do? So let's go ahead and keep on trucking. Okay. I don't know if I want to try to roll a 5. That sounds like a bad idea. One day we will arrive. That's kind of the sad thing is I know it. I don't want to get overconfident, but like we're gonna win this. It's gonna be fine. I just don't know what's gonna happen between now and our victory. And who knows? Maybe somebody lands a golden BB and just destroys one of my Orions. That would piss me off a little, but it could happen. Could happen. We'd have to deal with it. Let's see. Yes, we will keep youngster right where he is. The Brutus, however, can I get you to a place where you can see the AC2 at all? Maybe, possibly, not really. Good enough. None of those have moved, but we can go ahead and our longbow we can move. And honestly, yeah, just sprint it out. Oh no. Okay, fine. I won't do that. Now I'm at a place where I don't actually want to move anything yet, but I don't know if I have a choice. So we will just go right there. I don't think my Awesome will be able to see the Apollo now because it's too deep into the woods. So let's go ahead and bring the stalker forward. I'm just going to walk him because I think this pilot needs every advantage in terms of being able to shoot something that they can get. Okay, very well. Very well. Mr. Javelin, how do you feel about PPCs and Gauss rifles at point blank range? Good? Good, you say? Good. Well, have I got a deal for you? Let me tell you, it's a deal of a lifetime. It's one that you don't want to miss, and you'll only get it once. And it's one hot, fresh. Oh, the Panther tried to get up, failed, blew up. Well, didn't blow up, but ejected. Nah. Might try it in a minute. But, oh. 3's for the Orion. 6 is for the Apollo. I think I'm going to shoot the Orion. That seems like a good idea. And 3's are good enough that we can put 3 of them down there. 3 PPCs on 3's. That's what I say. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, what I need to do is I need to look at the longbow. Can I see the APC or... Okay, well, I can't shoot the darn thing anyway, so it doesn't matter. So do I shoot the Ossol on 8s? Do I just... I think I really let the Orion have it. I think that's what I do. I think that's the move. And then we get a little warm again and just give a little present to the APC. Doesn't have to be a lot, just a little. And then we'll keep on just kind of working through the things. Centurion is a 7 versus a 10 on the Apollo. Yeah, I think we take the 7. Although I love to see what a Gauss rifle does to a Locust. Like that would bring me happy, like joy. That would make me very happy. I know what happens, but I just want to see. I want to witness it again because you can never see it too many times. It's like a good movie. You just want to bring the popcorn. Nope. Nope. So it's 9s of the LRMs, but I think that we do some lasers. And some SRMs. Not the Deadfire kind, the regular kind. And you send it. Now the catapult, also you swap over to LRMs. Okay, so if you guys have the choice between a catapult and an archer, which one do you pick most of the time? You can take a stock Succession War era catapult or a Succession War era archer. You're not wrong. He has 2 big fists to punch with, but he can't handle any heat. An archer, if I remember correctly, a stock Succession War archer has 10 heat sinks, carries 2 LRM 20s, both of which generate 10 heat. And then, sorry, I think each LRM 20 generates 6 heat. Can't remember. He's got like 10 heat sinks, and then he's got 2 medium lasers that point to the front and 2 medium lasers that point to the back. Not ideal. Yeah, that's what I thought. So you can let loose with all your LRM 20s for about 5 turns if you're not doing anything else. You can stand still and let loose with both your LRM 20s for 5 turns before you kind of get into trouble. Before you think about getting into trouble, anyways. God forbid that you're walking. You're not wrong, but I don't know. Inevitably, my archers end up at point blank range. Any users, AC2 carrier missed our awesome firing at the Orion, hits the left torso, center torso, and right leg with PPCs. That's 30 damage. That's an automatic PSR. The enemy Griffin misses. Enemy Ossol misses. Our Orion firing at their Orion. Puts a medium laser into the left arm. Snubnose hits the right leg, but we miss with the Gauss rifle. The ally Flashman missed. Our longbow misses. Foot platoon firing on the stalker misses. Enemy Centurion hits the stalker with a medium laser to the left torso. LRM hits with all 10 missiles, doing 5 to the right arm, 5 to the right leg. Then Power against the Orion puts PPC into the right torso. Another PPC gets a through armor crit on the right torso, critting on the LB-10X. Then our LB-10X crits on the left torso, critting on the engine, down to 8 internal structure. I think that we just take out the left torso and then we kill the dang thing. Enemy Orion firing on the Stalker. LB-10X hits the right torso, down to 15 armor. Medium laser on the right torso. Then LRM-20 hits with 6 dead fires, doing 5 to the left torso, 5 to the left arm, 2 to the left torso. Enemy Javelin on the Ostrak misses. Our other Orion firing on the Javelin. Medium laser hits the center torso, missed with everything else. Enemy APC on the Stalker, missed. Our Demolisher strikes again, because enough fun just isn't enough fun unless you're blowing up ammo. Okay. So we put a Gauss rifle through the right torso that crits on the AC-10 ammo, causing it to explode. That's 70 damage. It had 10 internal structure remaining. 10 of that is going to transfer to the center torso. Let's see what else happens. Well, it ejected the right torso. Oh, dear. That's not good. Yeah, so destroyed the right torso, transferred the center torso, critting on the AC-10 caseless, causing 200 damage, which will drop down to 20, but that still sends 20 into the center torso, destroying the center torso. Oof. There goes the Centurion that just literally blew in half. Just straight up alien moment, cut in half, doesn't exist anymore. Ally Crusader on the Wyvern, missed. Enemy Apollo firing on our Orion, missed. Enemy Crusader firing the Marauder, missed. Our Stalker, miss. Oh, hits with 4 SRMs, doing 2 to the left arm, 2 to the center torso, and a total of 4 to the right torso, critting on the already critted LB-10X. Then the enemy Wyvern missed. Our Catapult misses. Our Ostrak firing on the Wyvern hits with a medium laser to the left leg, down to 6 internal structure. Then the Zeus missed. Enemy Orion took 80 damage, needs a 9, rolls a fall, or rolls a 5, falls down, falls to the front, takes 5 to the right arm, 1 to the head. The pilot takes a hit, but they stay conscious. Our Stalker took 40 damage, needs a 7, rolls a 6. We fall down onto our rear, taking 5 damage to the right arm, 2 to the right leg, and the pilot takes a hit. Sad day. Let's see. The only thing I care about is the Marauder on the APC carrier. Can you kick it? You can kick it. I don't think anybody else can do anything. Wait, no, that was a lie. That was a bold-faced lie. Because you can kick a Javelin. It's a 7, but here's the hoping. Then the Ostrak can totes hit on a 5. I bet, I hope, I wish. Now we can skip everything. You put youngster into a tank with a Gauss rifle in front of a whole bunch of civilian vehicles, and you better believe they're getting massacred. And then he's just so confident from then on. Anyways, our Marauder needs a 4, rolls a 3. Enemy Javelin needs a 9, rolls a 3. Our Orion kicking at the Javelin needs a 7, rolls a 5. The Ostrak kicking the Wyvern needs a 5, rolls a 5, does 12 to the right torso, is down to 2 armor. The Wyvern misses. Crusader kicks the Javelin in the right leg. It's down to 2 internal structure. So the Marauder stays standing, Orion stays standing, Javelin stays standing, Wyvern stays standing. How boring. So last time, nobody could stay awake. Now, almost nobody falls down. What are we at? So we need to destroy 3 more, not including any of the reinforcements, of which we have destroyed none. So close, but so far away. It is just painful how long these rounds are taking, unfortunately. So, anyways, if I was going to pick between an archer and a catapult, I pick a catapult every time because you're right. You can't punch with a catapult, but you can actually manage your heat pretty decently with a catapult. Sure, you're only firing LRM 15s as opposed to LRM 20s. The only other thing I need to look at is what the ammo capacity is for both of them. And I don't know that off the top of my head, but I feel like it's pretty comparable. So I feel like the archer carries like what, 4 tons? 4 tons of ammo? Is that right? I think it's right. All right, who's the next victim for Youngster? That's the question. That's where we're at now. The Brutus. I'd like to see if that Orion ends up getting up, but I'm not sure that I'm going to have the chance to see. The Stalker. Kind of want to just back him into there and hope for the best. A Crusader running at the mechanized platoon. I don't like where this is going at all. Okay, so their Wyvern moved just a splash. He jumped like 1 hex. I think the right move is just leave the Marauder alone. Leave power where he is. That lets us see where the Orion goes. I guess the Locust wants to come down and play. Hmm. Why, Javelin, why you run away, friend? You don't want to run away. I'm just here to help you. Okay, one more route movement round down. Stalker. Can you what's your hit here? 9? I can take that. I can dig it. And actually, it's gonna be the same price for the Deadfire. So let's do that. Apollo is a 7. Orion is a 4. I think it's a no-brainer, man. Just gotta send some presents to the Orion. Now then, you definitely need to send presents to the Orion. I'm not expecting you to hit with the Gauss rifle because, you know, why would you? But we can hope. Now, I'm guessing you can see the ferret, and yeah, that's a no-go. Now, with what we're firing into, we're firing straight into the rear of the Orion. I don't expect for it to really survive through this, which means I'm actually going to go ahead and split away from the Orion. Shoot at the APC. Seems like a good idea. Now, this Orion, however, see if we can't hit the javelin a little. And from here, oof, that's not ideal. That's still not ideal, but better. For the Locust, impossible to hit. Okay, so time to shoot at the Griffin. Power might be getting hit from multiple directions. Not our finest moment, but it's going to be great. Just don't think about it too much. All right, searchlights happen. Ferret misses. Ally Flashbang missed. Our Stalker against the Locust puts a medium laser into the right arm. Missed with everything else. Foot Platoon against the Marauder missed. Our Orion against, our Awesome against their Orion. We miss on a 4, but then we roll a 4, hitting the center torso rear, burning through all the armor down to 22 internal structure, critting on the Narc. Heavy tracked APC misses with everything against the AC2 carrier. AC2 carrier misses. Assault against heavy tracked APC missed. Our Orion against their Orion. Medium laser hits the right arm. Snub nose PPC hits the left arm, critting on medium laser and LRM 20 down to 6 internal structure. Then we hit with 3 SRMs, doing 2 to the center torso rear, critting on the engine. Then 2 more to the right torso rear, 2 to the left arm, 4 internal structure. Then the Gauss rifle hits the center torso rear, down to 5 internal structure, critting with no effect. Foot Platoon against the Orion missed. Marauder against the APC hits the right side again, and destroys it. So that's kind of nice. Unfortunately, the pilot was trapped in the wreckage, so we'll probably grab them in a little bit. The Allied Crusader firing at the enemy Wyvern hits with a machine gun to the right arm. Then a Foot Platoon with Marauder misses. Our other Orion at the Javelin, medium laser hits the left arm. Griffin against the Orion misses. The Longbow firing against the AC2 carrier missed. The Foot Platoon against the Orion missed. Zeus misses. Demolisher misses. The Griffin, the Crusader firing against the mechanized platoon missed. Our Catapult against the AC2 carrier missed. Their Locust against our Marauder hits the left leg with a medium laser. Then the Wyvern firing at the Allied Crusader hits with a small laser to the left torso. Our Ostrak against the Wyvern. Large hits the left leg, destroying the left leg, transferring to the left torso. It's going to take a little tumble. The Orion took 40 damage, needs an 8, rolls a 7, falls onto its front, gets bogged down, which is kind of hilarious. Takes 5 to the right leg, 1 to the left arm, down to 3 internal structure on the left arm, and the pilot takes a hit. The Wyvern, it lost its leg, so it falls down. It falls to the right side, doing 4 damage to the right arm, down to 1 armor, and the pilot takes a hit. Woofta. Now, is it rout and destroy, or just destroy? Destroy, cripple, or force withdrawal. Are you crippled? Where is it? Where are you? Moderate damage. Moderate damage. You have no left leg, but it's just moderate damage. Okay. Do you think we can hit on a -3? I'm kind of scared. I would really love to kick a javelin's head off. That would bring me joy. Risk it. We'll risk it. And then last but not least, can you kick a wyvern? Ooh, I like where this is going already. So our Orion against their Orion destroys the engine after hitting the right torso. That's a total of 3 engine hits on it. The other Orion against the Javelin kicks the left arm, destroying the left arm, transferring to the left torso, critting on the heatsink, the SRM-6. Locust kicks the Stalker, doing 4 damage to the left leg. The Crusader against the Wyvern kicks the left arm down to 1 internal structure. The Javelin tries to punch and misses. Stalker against the Locust. Ha! Amazing. Kicks the right leg, destroys the right leg, transfers to the right torso. The Ostrak against the Wyvern kicks the left leg, transferring to the left torso. Stalker stays standing. Locust, well, it lost a leg, so it falls down, takes 1 to the right torso, and the pilot takes a hit. Javelin falls, takes 2 damage to the left torso, and then crits on its own ammo, exploding. Womp womp. So the Javelin just went kaboom. Where is the boom? There is supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom. Okay, cool. And with that, we are almost there. Not quite, but we're getting there. Hopefully 1 or 2 more rounds, and then we are out of this one. Kind of just want to go here and hide a little bit. Oh, good. The Apollo came forward to play. That is exciting. The Brutus. We're going to bring up and see what the Crusader does. The Crusader, I can see it doing one of two things, either coming up here or coming around. One of the two. Probably not both, obviously. Her. Kind of just want to go there. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm hoping that gets me close enough to that Apollo that I can just finish him off. And after the Apollo, I think just the Apollo might be enough. I have to look at the round report again. I need either one or two more kills at this point. Okay, so this Orion, I'm going to give it a minute. And then that Wyvern just knocked himself out because that's what you do when you're a Wyvern, I guess. I'm not sure I'm going to have enough salvage things to pull off all the salvage. Where'd the Griffin? The Griffin jumped into the water. Okay, cool. Okay, so that is elevation 2. Level 0. Wait. Hold on. Level 0. Okay, great. You go there. So the Locust tried to get up, fell down, took some damage to the right torso, damaged or hurt the pilot. Wyvern fell down, and multiple bad things happened to it, and it blacked out. That's unfortunate. So the Crusader is on a 7. The AC2 carrier on 4s. I think it's time for some payback on that little AC2 carrier, if I do say so myself. Might be a little warm. That's okay, though. It's all good. Everything's good here. Okay, we'll do that. Shooting the head on 7s. Maybe one of them will hit. Ooh. Let's see here. That one. Yes, I know. It'll be a horrible, horrible malice. Spotting and firing in the same turn. That's fine. I'm okay with this. Also, the locust might explode horribly. Was it you? Oof, 16 to hit. That's not great. Oh man, I think we're finally about out of targets for the demolisher. Hold on. Why are my allies shooting at helpless pilots? It's not a very nice thing to do. Okay, where are you at and what are you doing? Okay, so the Awesome hits the AC2 carrier a whole bunch and destroys it. Hold on, before we even go any further. So between the infantry, so that's 8. So for the irregulars in the Op 4, we need to destroy 13, of which we had destroyed 6 plus 6 is 12. We need to destroy one more thing. We just destroyed the one thing we needed to kill. So everything else is gravy. But now we can finally hit that slash victory. Yay. We're there, friends. Our Orion firing with the Crusader missed with everything. That's sad. The Locust firing the Stalker missed. The AC2 carrier missed. Our Marauder at the Apollo hits the right leg, down to 9 internal structure, critting on the foot, then a medium pulse into the head, down to 3 armor. The pilot takes a hit, ERPPC to the right arm, destroying the right arm, transferring to the right torso, critting on the LRM 15 and the Artemis 5. Artemis 4. Medium pulse to the center torso, down to 2 armor, but missed with the LB-10X. Other Orion firing at the Wyvern puts medium laser to the center torso, medium laser into the head, down to 2 armor. Snub nose missed. Still there. The Apollo firing at enemy Apollo firing at the Marauder missed with everything. Enemy Crusader firing with the Orion. Machine gun hits the right arm. Our Stalker firing at the Locust puts medium laser to the center torso. Another medium laser to the center torso. Medium laser into the head, dealing 2 damage to the head, and the pilot takes another hit, total of 3 hits. Stays conscious, and then SRM 6 hits with 4 missiles, doing 2 to the left arm, 2 to the right leg, 2 to the right torso, critting on the engine, and 2 to the right arm. Then the other SRM 6 misses. The Demolisher missed. Ostrock against the AC2 misses. Foot platoon against Marauder missed. Zeus against the Ferret missed. Foot platoon misses. Apollo took 20 damage and stays standing. Do I have anything that can do much of anything? Not really. Nothing I care about. Except for you. I don't think the Locust is hobbling away, honestly. What would have been cool is if we would have kicked the Crusader, it would have fallen and taken a hip hit, then it wouldn't have been able to get away. Whoops. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Okay, there we go. We achieved our victory conditions. We did the things. Thank goodness. Sure. we'll do that. And yes, of course, we save the salvage. All right, done. I control the field. These are all mine. It's all mine. Well, not bad. So the stalker comes out with light damage. Other things had just like a little bit of armor damage. Nothing crazy, though. We did have one pilot take a hit, though, unfortunately. Where are they? So it's Thrash and the stalker took one hit. We'll have to see what it was. The foot platoons got away. The Apollo, unfortunately, gets away, even though it had, what, a foot crit? Yeah, a foot crit. The Crusader gets away, Assault gets away, which is fine, but got a lot of salvage to pick from, which is pretty neat. Youngster only got 3 kills that round, so could have done better. Power got 2. Yeah, Power got 2 kills. So not too shabby. Not too shabby. So we force withdrawal of a lot of things. Got ourselves a victory point. And with that, I definitely want the Phoenix Hawk. I'm taking it. The Orion, Wyvern, Panther, Locust, Regulator. Oh dear, we're out of... uh-oh. We are running out of things already. We have to leave a single APC behind. The horror. Now, I was hoping to get the Regulator and maybe the Orion. Okay, great. Then from there, I think the Locust as well. Because the Orion, we didn't core it out, right? Yeah, no, we didn't. Okay. That is not too shabby at all. All right, we'll hit confirm, confirm. Thrash took a hit, and we'll take a look to see what that was. Do all of those things. All right, let's take a look. Thrash, what'd you get? Heart trauma. That's awkward. All right, and so with that, I have been streaming for 4 hours. I am tired. Sorry. And I will still have to go to work in the morning. So with that, I think that we're going to leave you all here. We will pick this up again on Monday evening. We'll be streaming on Monday at 8 p.m. If you didn't catch what my schedule is for next week in Discord, I'll also put it up on Blue Sky, and I'll try to put it up on YouTube as well. So I would love it if you all would join me there. If you have been enjoying this, please make sure you follow if you haven't already. If you really feel compelled, then subscribe to the channel as well. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe, hit that little bell, and like the video. And we'll see you next time. Take care and have a wonderful night.